Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now, we kicked off this morning with some nice happy vibes and some indie vibes. That's the end of that because we're moving on to some death metal now, some nice modern death as well. A bunch of different bands, some technical stuff, some kind of more traditional stuff and all of that. Anyway, we've got two bands in here with Flesh in their name, Flesh Orchard, and what's the other one? Flesh Shrine. So there's a lot of flesh in today's vid. We're all over the world, America, Canada and France. So here we go. This is Flesh Orchard. They've been on the channel before. They've got a track for us now called Slaughter Till There's Nothing Left. Cool name. So let's check these guys out. Chunky, dark. Yeah. Nice guitar tone. Yeah. Real fat low end. Look at that low end. Yeah.
The souls of poaching for miles and miles they come. Open on destruction. There's no time to run. They bring death and carnage. We must stand and fight. Let them taste of steel blade.
Cool. Quite a raw vocal. Dude's got a lot of distortion and kind of gravel and stuff in the back of his throat, but the actual recording is quite raw, I think. I don't think they've put loads of distortion and stuff on it. Fat, chunky guitars. Fat low end to it, look, you can see that. It's got that kind of scoop mid sound. Cool drumming. The drums are pretty pushed back in the mix on this one though. They're not kind of flying out the mix and punching out the mix. Goes with the darker tone of the guitars, so it's kind of got that, you know, push back in the mix sound a bit. Heavy. Dope. These guys do a bit more traditional sound. Still with that kind of modern, clear producing. So you can hear all the elements of the music. See, it's got a big fat low end. It's pretty nice and wide. It has got that rawness on the vocals. Yeah, fat chug in this band. Dope. Dope. Nice guitaring. Yeah, long ass solo. Sounds good though, he's got some nice chops. Wow, dope. It's a nice track. Brand new track as well. There you go, by the looks of it. But yeah, these guys, they're kind of more traditional, but also got that modern edge to them, I would say. And a nice, chunky, deep mix guitar tone. It's got a chug to it, but it's also just got a massive, fat, low end. Dope. Now these next guys, they're Flesh Shrine. So we've gone from the, the Flesh Orchard to the Flesh Shrine. And these guys are embracing the rot. So let's check these guys out. Oh, another fat guitar tone. Now these drums are a bit more prominent, cutting through the mix a bit more. Cutting through that fatness. So if you look at their low end as well, it's got a big bump at that low end. Yeah. Dope. Yeah, the drums have got a lot more weight in this band, or in this song at least. Dope. Heavy vocal. He's got a lot of kind of distortion in his throat as well. Nice double layering on the vocal. Yeah, that sounds fat. There's power in this band. Even though these guys are deathy, these last two bands, they've had a fat, kind of slow chug to them as well. They're mixing it up. It's not all blast beats. You've got some real chuggy parts as well. Here we go. Yeah, this guy's got a big sound. Drums have got a real weight in this one. Is it even more low end? Yeah. Oh. Dope. Yeah. That was a nice long gravity blast. Dope. Yeah. Dope. This guy's got a lot of new school edges to him. Now this is death metal. I wouldn't call this deathcore, but it's got some elements of deathcore in it. It's got a lot of chug in it. It's got a lot of breakdowns in it. You know, this is pretty deathcore. But at the same time, because it's not quite got the elements and the sound of modern deathcore, drummer's killing it. You know, this is a very death metal guitar tone. It's not a deathcore guitar tone. They are different. Yeah, loving the drumming. It's got a fat breakdown to this music and chug to it. Love the ride use. Drummer's killing it in this band. And parts like this have just got a massive sound, double vocal layered. Sick. Oh. There you go. That was dope. Nice modern sound and kind of the way this track was written was modern in my opinion because we had the deathy elements. That gravity blast in there was just top notch. That was one of the best we've had, and it was nice and long as well. What you see as well sometimes with the gravity blasts is, you know, they're just a quick and that's all the kind of drummer can get out. But this guy looked like he had a great technique for it. And he was just holding it there. Yeah. So yeah, they had the ring mod and stuff in there on the guitars. But I would say the guitar tone, and this is why I say it didn't necessarily sound exactly like modern deathcore does, because the guitar tone in there was kind of more of an analog tone and more of a kind of, I wouldn't say old school tone, but not this kind of super digital, tight, gated to hell, really highly produced mix like you have in some of the deathcore bands nowadays, where really it's the producer that's made it sound the way it does, with all the stuff he's done in the mix. Whereas this was kind of more of a kind of less fucked with mix, but still had lots of nice modern elements to it. I think that's what I'm trying to say anyway. I'll just move on to the next band. This band is called Slave One. The track is called The Antikythera Mechanism, which is a mouthful at this time in the morning. So let's check these guys out and finish off the day. Some dope bands. Yeah. Now these guys are more tech deaf, I think. Reading their Facebook at least. They're from France, I think, as well. Yeah. Bit of bass going there nicely. Not sure if that's to fret this bass. Dope. Yeah. Dope. Now the drums sound really quite unusual in this one. There's a rawness to them, but the actual tone of the drums is kind of quite unusual. Sounds dope though, it's got a slappiness to it. And the bass as well cuts through the mix. You can hear all of its strings rattling. Dope. Yeah, these guys are pretty techy. Cymbals sound cool as well, but again they've got that quite unusual sound to them. Not sure if that's just the way it's been EQ'd or what, but yeah, it's quite different. Dope energy in this one. Deep, heavy vocal. bass sounds great. Catches your ear. Nice. And because you can hear the bass so well, and I'm pretty sure it is a fretless bass, the way it's coming through, that kind of sound. Yeah. Sick. But yeah, because the bass kind of comes through in the way it does, it's really quite loud. And with the unusual sound of the drums and the cymbals, this whole kind of piece of music's got quite a unique sound to it, in my opinion. This bit's dope. Drumming. So again, the guitars aren't really distorted to let all of that kind of techiness come through. You don't want to have too much distortion on your guitars. Breaking it up with this stuff. Yeah. Dope. Every so often the bass catches your ear, and there's something cool on the cymbals or on the toms, and there's something cool on the guitars. So yeah, it's loads of stuff to catch your ear in this one. Good energy. Loving the bass, you can really hear it. It's just as loud as the guitars, and because it's got a totally different tone to the guitars, you can hear the strings slapping and stuff. It really cuts through the mix. Sick. This guy's had a nice energy and I would say a really quite unusual mix and tone. Very nice. I enjoyed that one a lot. Well, that's going to round off our death metal day and all the kind of vids for today. We started out with some indie happy tunes, la 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 in, and we've ended up with some heavy tech death from France with a really quite unusual tone to it. The drums, we haven't had any other bands with drums that sound quite like that on this show before, or that I've really heard in general. Real kind of distinctive sound to those, but they sounded great. And a nice fretless bass doing all the whoa, 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 whoa kind of runs and stuff in between, the weaving in and out of the guitars. Yes. That's the good shit, guys. Hope you've enjoyed today. We've got different stuff for you tomorrow. We're rattling through the week already. Hope you're having a good one. See you guys. Bye.